right into it. We will record this session for you guys if you miss anything.
Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate you, Coach Crane. Me and Coach Crane go way back. We're not going to get into those stories, but I'm super excited to have each and every one of you guys on this evening. How many kids did you say, Coach Crane, that got nominated?
Just about over 300. I think the last count was like 82.
I love it. I love it. So 82 out of 300 individuals, right? And this is from not just your local area, not just Richmond. This is across the East Coast and beyond. So I want you guys to, for a moment, just think about how privileged you are to even be in this moment. You may take it lightly, but being in this moment and being invited to an event of this caliber is going to change not only your career, but your outlook on how you view sports and view your game. It's nothing like being amongst your peers and being considered as one of the greats. But the key piece is that I'm going to talk about, you guys are going to see a lot of me throughout the weekend. So I'm not going to do a lot this evening, but out of those 80, only 25 of you guys are on this evening right now. So I want you guys to think about that also. So you guys decided to take the extra step, not just being nominated, but going to soak up every piece of everything that you have. Because as Coach Crane so eloquently put, for me, I'm not one to boast and brag about myself, but I've been able to do a lot and work with a lot of individuals, from professional athletes down to little league, and being able to change the game in the mental health space and in the cognitive training space. So throughout the weekend, you guys are going to get some mental health coaching. If you guys saw some of the other events, Elite 50-50 has done, SFP Athletics have done, I've been there and I've been able to help athletes learn about the importance of their mental health. But now one thing you guys are getting that no other camp has gotten from me is now the added cognitive training that we're going to go throughout this weekend. We're going to go through various drills in our individual group sessions, and then also we're going to be able to talk a little bit about it. And the cognitive space is what's going to take your game to a whole nother level, because now we're able to teach athletes how to enhance their brain speed. How quickly can you process what's going on? Your decision making. How quickly can you decide between this or that? Your audio and visual reaction. How quickly can you respond to what you see or hear? Your attention. How long can you maintain focus? What we see with that is a lot of athletes who get into the fourth quarter. It's not that they're tired, but their brain is tired. And you'll hear coaches yell all the time, focus, focus, lock in. But if you've never been taught how to focus and how to lock in, then you don't know how, right? So we're able to teach athletes how to maintain that attention and that focus for long periods of time. And then our number 5 is your memory. How well can you recall what you saw or heard? The combination of those 5 things, now we're sweeping across the country, able to help athletes be able to learn how to enhance those pieces. And in turn, they add them to their game, which then takes their game to a whole nother level, on top of now understanding who they are. With you guys filling out the DISC assessment, Coach Crane, you'll hear a lot about that throughout the weekend, about your DISC assessment. So we're helping athletes not only improve on the court or on the field, we're also helping them to learn how to be better versions of themselves, understanding who they are. Because I'm telling you guys, with you guys being in middle school, as you guys jump into college over the next few years, by the time you guys get there, the NIL, which is the name, image, and likeness, now allows athletes to be able to be paid in college. That's right, parents. I don't know if you haven't heard it. Now players are being able to get paid to college. So now it's not even as it's just as important to go to college as it is to make it to the NBA. So now you're getting the opportunity to be able to get paid. We see athletes getting paid as much as $4 million to signing deals in college. But what we do is we help athletes learn what their name, image, and likeness is. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what deals are signing, you don't understand what you're selling. And then lastly, we're helping athletes be able to be in a space cognitively. What we saw that athletes play video games, and athletes are generally really freaking good at video games. I used to beat Coach Crane all the time in college, right? So what we're seeing is that athletes are taking themselves to a whole nother level by our training, because what we saw is athletes are so good at video games because of those 5 cognitive functions. So now what we're able to do is we're able to train athletes not just how to move and play defense, which is great. You still work on that, but now not only are you moving and playing defense, but how quickly is your brain processing what's going on? So now if you can think quicker and your body can now respond quicker, now you play that much faster. So that's how we're able to help freshmen start at varsity, because they're able to slow the game down that much faster. There's no way that you can simulate game speed. I don't care how much you scrimmage and practice. It's nothing that can simulate game speed, but we're able to, through our cognitive drills, we're able to put the body in this fight or flight situation and get the emotions riled up that simulates game speed. Your body really thinks it's in a game, and your mind is thinking that it's in a game. So the things we're doing is going to a whole new level. There's things all across the country. We're right here in Roanoke, Virginia. But the cool thing about it is I'm a licensed clinical social worker first. So I'm a therapist. So my whole life has been catered around helping individuals in the mental health space, because I'm a product of a mother who was in prison and a father who wasn't in my life, raised with my grandparents in a really small town. Football and sports saved my life. So I realized, how can I take this same approach that saved me and be able to help athletes be able to process and get through this current situation they're in. So that's me. Went on to play football at Hampton University, where I met Coach Crane, and we're here. And now I'm excited to share some things with you guys. I'm going to go over some quick slides really quickly, and it's just going to go over the mental edge really quickly before we get too far. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, please go follow us now. All 28 of you guys not there. It's motivate_the game. Find us on Instagram. TikTok is the same thing. We don't really do a lot on TikTok. I need to hire somebody to run my TikTok. But Instagram is where we do a lot of our stuff. Motivate_the game. Be sure to go click that follow button to tap in with us. We do a lot of conversation. And the cool thing we're getting into now, which all of you guys are going to have access to afterwards, is we're doing virtual sessions. So now we've created a way where I can train your brain virtually and be able to give you all those same 5 cognitive drills in a virtual way. So those who are following Coach Crane, I'm gonna call it now. Those who follow, we're gonna do a raffle after the weekend. We're gonna give away 8 free sessions to whoever ends up with the raffle. So everybody who follows us, they're gonna get entered into that raffle, and we're gonna be able to give away 8 free individual virtual sessions. It's gonna take your game to the next level. Sounds good. Coach Crane, I missed anything on the intro?
Nah, that's it, brother. That's it. We ready to get ready, man, for All-Star Weekend, bro.
I
What you
love
got
it.
for
I love
us?
it. I love it. We here, man. All-Star Weekend. So really quickly, I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna get into this mental edge and be able to talk about it a little bit. Again, I ain't gonna say too much because you guys are literally gonna be hearing from me a lot, especially those on my team. I wish I had my list. I would have shouted out. But all we do is win. We coming to win. I don't care. Once I get there, I don't care about SFP team and team Elite 50/50 team MTG. We coming home to take home the crown. So we're gonna get locked and loaded. I'm about to share my screen now. Let's see here. So let's play this. Here we go. So really quickly, just so you guys know, Motivate the Game started in 2020, as Coach Crane talked about, in the height of the pandemic. I left my job right in the middle of the pandemic because I was given this vision to start this program. I was working as a school social worker prior, and literally God showed me this vision of, I need you to create this space for athletes, right? So I left my job with $500 in the bank and a wife believing in the vision, and then we were able to come full circle. Now we're one of the largest mental health sports related agency here in Roanoke, Virginia, and we're growing rapidly with collaborations and connections with individuals like Coach Crane and other coaches across Virginia. We're growing at a rapid pace because the individuals are starting to see and understand the importance of mental health. And what we do is we break it down so it's digestible for individuals to understand. I'm not here to throw a bunch of big words at you. I'm here to teach you that cognitive behavioral therapy is essentially just how you think about yourself and your thoughts and how they affect who you are, right? Talking about depression. Depression is when you're worried about the past. Anxiety generally is when you're worried about the future. So not making it so difficult where we don't understand, but making it where the youngest to the oldest individual can comprehend what we're talking about and the importance of where it is. So we started with combines, similar to what you're going to be going through the weekend. but we started off with football. That's Mr. Marcus Dixon and Andre Kendrick were both a part of our first combine. And the cool thing about it is Marcus Dixon was my teammate back in college, and he just was the assistant defensive line coach for the Los Angeles Rams, who just won a Super Bowl. So we're connected to a Super Bowl champ. So I tell people all the time, being connected, we're in the stream of blessings, right? So if someone connected to motivate the game is out here winning Super Bowls, and sky's the limit for where we're about to go. Then Andre Kendrick was Michael Vick's running back at Virginia Tech when he was there. And we're doing some amazing things within the sports and mental health world, trying to change the game, right? So our goal is to create mentally fit athletes. So this evening is super simple. All we're going to do is we're going to talk about the mental edge for you this weekend, right? I'm going to give you these 4 key points. Those who take notes, we've seen have a 50% higher chance of really getting into the zone over the weekend. It's super simple and it's super straightforward. Again, I make things digestible for you to be able to digest and understand as you'll see throughout the weekend. So a mental edge, how can you have the mental edge over the weekend? First, you're already on here, right? So that gives you a mental edge right there. We still got people coming in. You're already on here, so you're taking the first step. So throughout this weekend, the mental edge, number 1, the E, is embrace the moment. The number 1 thing you can do when you're going in any athletic situation, any social situation, any relationship situation, anything that you care about, is to embrace the moment. Don't think about the past. Don't focus on what's going to happen. Embrace where you are, because I'm telling you, there's already 200, and I'm terrible at math, 220 other kids across the nation who have already tried to get to where you are. So we want you guys to embrace the moment and be focused on where you are, right? It's bigger than sports. You guys have been chosen for this amazing opportunity, so embrace it. You're going to hear me remind you of that all weekend, the mental edge, especially those on Team MTG. We're going to maintain that mental edge all weekend, and that's by embracing the moment. Be in the moment at all times. When you're here now, those who got their screen off still playing 2K, you're not embracing the moment. Those playing around in the background, you're not embracing the moment. Who is going to take everything, because something could be said or done that could take you to the whole next level, or could be that one snippet on your belt that you needed in order for your career to take off. And again, I know I'm talking to you like you're professional athletes, but if that's what you strive to be, I'm going to speak that person out of you. I say this all the time. Michael Jordan didn't wake up one day and think he was great. Michael Jordan believed he was great from the day he was born. We just got to see great moments where he got to shine that greatness. But from the time he was in middle school, even when he got cut, all the way through college, Michael Jordan always thought he was great. So in the moment, I'm going to treat you guys like you're already great, and we're going to see who rises to the equation. Next, the D, do the little things. And we talked about it when you guys first came on. Those who were here on time. Now, I'm not, going to point out anyone. I know people are still coming and going, and parents may have been waiting to get on, so I'm not pointing it out. But to those of you who know it's you, who just came on late, just to be coming on late, that's not the little things. I need us to focus on, because all greatness is a bunch of little things done well. That's all greatness is. You don't wake up one day and you're great. Like I said about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did the small things day in and day out to get to where now he looks like this great individual, when all he did was every day make a bunch of great decisions. So what I need you to do throughout the weekend, throughout the rest of this week, I need you to win at school all the rest of this week. Just because you got an all-star weekend don't mean that you don't turn in assignments the week of the game. Right? Just because you got this opportunity doesn't mean you get to slack off with your chores at home. Make winning a habit. Winning isn't something you just wake up and do. Winning is something that your body has to get used to. So if you win on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then when Friday comes, it's easy to win, because that's all you've been expecting. And if you think about it, winning at a sport is a whole lot easier to win in life. So if you make life winning a habit, winning on the court is going to be that much easier, because you're not going to expect anything less of yourself. So do the little things. G, gratitude. This could have been number 1 if it would have started with a G, right? Be thankful for where you are, right? In everything we do, we should show thankfulness, because there's someone somewhere who would love to have our spot, right? So be thankful that you're able to run, you're able to jump, you're able to do all the things that you need to do to be an all-star. Don't take that for granted. Show gratitude. So what I want, and I'm going to see it, I may randomly ask you guys as we lead up to it. And you guys can find me and give it to me. I want everyone on here on this call. This is how I'm going to know you want to call. Is I want you to create a list before this weekend that shows all the things you're grateful for. Right? I'm telling you, this is going to take your brain to a whole nother level, because what you're going to see, there's so many more things you're grateful for other than sports. And those are the things that truly matter. Basketball is just a part of that equation. So what I want, those who heard me, I want you to create a list. I'm not going to ask for the list. I might forget that I even said, let's do this list. But those of you who are tuned in and locked in and are embracing the moment and are doing the little things, we'll create this gratitude list. Write it down. I want you to bring it to me throughout the weekend. I should have a whole handful of lists when I leave, because then what happens, I'm a spiritual individual. I'm going to be able to pray over those things for you guys. And then we'll be able to talk about them. And then that's when you're going to be able to see what really matters. And basketball is just a part of those. And lastly, E, envision success. We do this thing called psycho-cybernetics, where you see it before it happens. Again, as I talked about with our cognitive training, your brain doesn't know when you're actually in a game or when you're just practicing or you're doing these things or you're just envisioning a game. So what happens is if you envision success, then that's what's bound to happen. So take a moment to envision yourself doing all of these great things before they happen. Then when you get into the game, that's the only thing your body knows, because what then happens is deja vu. You just created your own deja vu moment. So now when you're on a fast break and you're about to make this windmill 360 layup, your brain is like, yo, I've done this before. It's because you've envisioned it, right? So envision success, not just on the court, but also in life. Envision yourself doing these things. Envision yourself passing your test. Envision yourself at, you're middle school. I ain't gonna talk about girlfriends yet, but envision yourself doing all of these pieces and these things that you want to accomplish. I need you to envision yourself doing those things. And that's our mental edge. So I'm gonna stop sharing. So really quickly, in closing, I told you I wasn't gonna be with you guys. Now I'm gonna be talking a lot this weekend. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm excited to be able to sponsor a team. I'm excited to be in here because Coach Crane has been at this thing for a while. You guys have no idea that SFP Athletics, where it started in this small idea, and now over 300 nominations and 80 kids from across the country coming. And we're even still in only the beginning. So be thankful that you guys are connected, because what's going to happen is we're creating this ripple effect of change and of hope and of mental health and of leaders and of great men that's going to start from Richmond, Virginia, and Roanoke, and is going to ripple out across the country. And everyone's going to know the name of SFP Athletics and motivate the game. And you guys got to be a part of it. So I appreciate you guys. Coach Brooks here. Peace.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Coach Brooks. Go ahead and stop.